Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BT Sports coming to you live from the Case Lewis Studios in the Bush Student Center at St. Louis U. As always, I'm Bobby Stillwell.
And I'm Timmy Shiguru.
And we've got a lot to discuss tonight.
That's right.
Yeah, Timmy, it's really weird. I'm going from TV to radio.
Oh, that's right, Bobby. You had your first weather broadcast on Monday at SLU TV, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, Monday night.
How'd that go?
It was a little bit difficult, trying to get used to that green screen, but I figured it out. I mean, it was a little hard at first. That green screen, sometimes you're sitting there pointing and it's, you're trying to figure out where the heck am I on the green screen.
Yeah, because you can't see it on the wall.
Exactly. But no, it worked out. It was really good, and everybody was giving me pats on the back and whatnot, so just like you did right then.
And you've anchored, right?
Yes, actually I've anchored about 5 or 6 times on there.
So which one do you like more?
Oh, definitely weather.
Is that so?
For sure. So, besides that, we've got, some other important local news. I just read that my girls' basketball team for my high school is going to sectionals for the 3rd straight year.
Yeah.
And this year, they have no seniors on that team.
At Civic Memorial.
At Civic, yes.
Yeah.
No seniors on that team this year, and they're going to sectionals. They're in the sectionals right now. My bad. The final game is tomorrow, and they are playing Massac County, who they lost to 2 years ago. I was at that sectional game too.
Oh wow! So it
was a heartbreaker and
some bad blood.
It wasn't bad blood. It was bad refs, but that's another whole other argument. Massac County had 8 guys on the floor instead of 5.
Oh,
the refs. Yeah, get it.
Took me a second there.
Get it? Yeah. So we got some other important stuff to discuss too.
Yeah. But you probably know a lot of the girls on that team then, right?
I know a few of them. Yeah. I mean, it's not like we had 7 seniors last year. And I knew all of them and had watched them. For quite a bit.
Yeah, same grade. So these girls are a little bit younger, but
they're a bit younger. But I know a few of them, and I know they go out there and give 110% every play.
Yeah. I
guess you could call it the Eagle way.
Instead of the Cardinal way.
Instead of the Cardinal way, exactly. Oh. So, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
definitely a good thing for him.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And, I figured, hey, I'm an Eagle by heart all the time. So I figured, hey, why not give him a shout out at my sports show?
Yeah.
After all, it's sports.
Right. It's local, too. Something to definitely keep tabs on.
For sure.
No doubt about it.
So, more local news, actually. Adam Wainwright. He's been in the news quite a bit lately.
Yeah. Yeah, with some lower abdominal pain. Wow, that's
a mouthful.
But it looks like they're saying, it's all precautionary. He doesn't want anyone to
start panicking,
speculating, coming up with crazy stories or anything. But yeah, I think, and he's trying to come up with a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, and like ESPN gave us both a push notification about that earlier. They said it's just precautionary.
Yeah, and he says here, I want to be fair with you and say that anything I say about it would just be speculation. So, and that was Wednesday morning.
That's typical. That's typical Waino too.
Yeah,
Waino never wants anybody to worry about him.
He said he doesn't think it's very serious. He first felt it Monday in the weight room, but.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Even if it is an injury or something like that, the fact that he's catching it this early, he should be. I mean, he may not get the start on opening day up at Wrigley.
Yeah,
but
is that where it is this year?
Yeah, actually, we're opening at Wrigley.
That'll be fun.
That will be fun. I don't know about this, but I may end up skipping class to watch it.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's a noon game, I'll probably be at work.
Yeah, do you know what day it is?
I'm not sure 100% what day it is, but we'll figure it out as we get closer.
That'd be another fun thing.
Whether or not I have to skip work or
class.
Or class to watch it.
One or the other.
Hey, that's nothing. I had teachers in my high school that skipped to go to a Cardinal game.
Really?
One teacher, my chemistry teacher, skipped to go watch Game 4 of the was it the 09? No, it was the 11. No, 2011. 2011, whenever Freeze hit that shot in the bottom of the 9th to send us to Game 7.
And your teacher was at the game? Or no?
He wasn't at Game 6. He was at Game 4.
Okay.
Game 4 of that series.
Yeah. Yeah. What? I was just gonna talk. I mean, hopefully Wainwright.
Yeah, hopefully, because I got a friend that's a huge Adam Wainwright fan. And
really?
And if Adam doesn't get the start, oh man, this friend's going to be hurt bad.
Yeah. and I think he's thrown since he started feeling some pain, so and it doesn't look like it's affected him too much. It's just like what we said, precautionary. Just doesn't want it to escalate to, anything that he might force him to sit out longer. So they're going to try to catch it now and get it out of the way, and so we can be ready for the season. Which, any kind of pain like that, especially at this time of the year, is good to catch now, so you can be ready for the upcoming season.
I'm definitely glad to see Adams taking care of it before it becomes a problem.
He's probably another one. Cardinal way exemplifies the Cardinal way.
And it's not necessarily exemplifying the Cardinal way, but at the same time, it's definitely something important.
Yeah,
it's definitely something good you want to see out of your players.
Yeah. And going more Cardinal news. On Monday at their team meeting, they brought up the subject of Tavares.
Yeah, Oscar Tavares.
And they were talking, obviously, we've talked about it multiple times over here at BT Sports. It's a tragedy, and it's a shame. But the Cardinals are looking to try to find the silver lining in it and try to use it to bring awareness
to drunk
driving. Yeah, we try to bring out the perils of it, and which I think is, that's in such a horrible situation. They're trying to find some light in it and trying to
raise awareness for something like that.
Yeah, which is awesome.
That is what you want from the Cardinals.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure. I love seeing them do that.
Yeah. So I don't know what they haven't. I think they're just trying to come up with some ideas, maybe, of a way to promote. I keep saying promote, to bring about awareness, but they haven't specified any
way they're going to do
course of action. But so we're looking forward to seeing what they come up with for that.
That's for sure. You know what? Why don't we talk? We got more Cardinal stuff to talk about later. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
We got some more stuff we could bring up later if we need to.
Yeah.
I want to get to some NASCAR news. The Daytona 500. I was watching that race.
Yeah.
I missed the big one at the end. Last lap of the race. There was this huge red flag that was out, and I went to go use the bathroom. Yeah. They even said on TV, "Okay, run a red flag. Go use the bathroom." I kid you not, the announcer said that. So I went to go. I went and used the bathroom. Came back. The race was over, and I go, "Ugh, are you kidding me?" Because there was a big one in the last lap that I missed.
And we were talking about that. That's
Daytona.
A lot of the reason why people watch NASCAR.
Right, the big one.
That big one.
You got Daytona, Talladega, the huge super speedways. Daytona's 2.5 miles long. Talladega, it's in Alabama. It's 3.66 or something like that.
Yeah, wow.
It's huge, and Talladega's unique. Daytona has it right in the middle of the tri-oval, and Talladega has it at a unique place. It actually is beyond the tri-oval. It's really weird. I'll have to explain to you what a tri-oval is. But basically, for those of you who don't know, a tri-oval is kind of like an oval, a half oval with a triangle in the middle, at the bottom of it. That's a tri-oval.
Okay.
Most super speedways are like that in the NASCAR circuit. And then, so you come off turn 4 and you get into the tri-oval, and it's just basically a kind of a small little turn in the beginning.
Yeah.
Daytona, most super speedways have it right in the right at the apex of the triangle, where the point would be on a triangle.
Okay, yeah.
Talladega doesn't. It has it right before turn 1.
Huh.
Right before you get into the oval part again. Right
That's
before that.
Interesting.
So
I'll have to look that up.
It's made some pretty interesting finishes at Talladega. I've seen some crazy finishes.
I've actually got.
That's how Dale Jr. won a race one year when he was still driving the Budweiser car.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's because there was a wreck behind him, but he managed to
scoot right by.
Scoot right through it and get to the line.
Yeah, I got a couple friends that live in Alabama that are going down to
Talladega.
See the race in Talladega. It should be.
Yeah. So definitely that's definitely gonna be cool. But yeah, like I said, the 500 was pretty interesting. There was a lot of drafting, which, it was a lot of good old school racing, a lot of good old style clean racing.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see all the competition out there. And I think my boy Jimmy Johnson got fifth.
Yeah.
And then Joey Logano, he's the second youngest person in history to win it after Trevor Bayne.
Yeah.
Trevor Bayne won it in 2011. He was 20 at the time.
Wow.
And Logano was 22.
This is the first. This is the first time I'm hearing of Joey Logano.
Yeah, he took over Tony Stewart's Home Depot ride in 2007 or 8.
Okay.
because that's when Tony started his own team.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Newman drives with him too. Oh yeah, he owns Danica Patrick's car. Which, speaking of Danica,
yeah.
So during Speed Weeks, which is what they call all the events that lead up to the big Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Danica Patrick and Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Got into it. Denny wrecked her during, I believe, the group qualifying session.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was during one of the group qualifying sessions, and then during one of the dual races, which sets the field for you protect your spot or you get into it, race your way into the 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny wrecked Danica during one of those, and Danica just let him have it after the race. She's over there going, "What the heck are you doing?" And you can see her, putting her. Yeah, we got a picture of it right now. She's sitting there with her hands, with if you get upset, you do one of those, what are you doing? And your hands are, moving. The palms are facing towards you, and you're going in and out from your chest, going, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Danica's sitting there letting Denny have it.
You can see her all tensed up and
exactly. Here we go. Yeah. During the second 150-mile qualifying race, Danica was 8th with 3 laps to go and needed to finish in the top 15. Hamlin came up behind her car twice, causing her to spin out and collide with Bobby Labonte and Brian Scott. Her car ended up in the grass, and after numerous pit stops, she restarted in 18th, and she managed to get it back up to 10th. And she ended up getting into the 500, and I believe she did finish in the top 20.
Yeah.
In the 500.
And
so she came back, but she was not happy with Denny. And I wouldn't have been either. That's twice in Speed Weeks. You're wrecking somebody. I wouldn't have been happy either.
Got some vengeance.
That's what gets NASCAR some ratings too, by the way, is all the fights. Like I told you the other week about the Allison brothers back in the 70s.
Yeah.
I think the first ever televised Daytona 500 in 1979. The Allison brothers got into it at the end of one of the Allison brothers, and I think it was Cale Yarborough, who later went to be a 3-peat champion. He won it 3 times in a row.
Of the Daytona?
No, the Sprint Cup.
Sprint Cup, wow.
The Cup. Anyway, though, so Yarborough and Allison, one of the Allison bros, got into it, and they're just sitting there throwing helmets. They're punching each other, and that's how that got NASCAR some ratings there.
Yeah, I bet.
It's those fights that get NASCAR some ratings too.
It's the same reason, yeah. Like we were saying, to catch that big one.
Right, you want to catch the big one because it's
something exciting.
It is, and that's what racing's all about. Like I said, it was born out of the moonshiners outrunning the cops.
Yeah,
and that's how we got in today's NASCAR.
And you can see it.
That's for sure. It's awesome to watch NASCAR because it's just you root on your favorite driver, but at the same time, if a teammate wins, you're happy. Like if Gordon had won the 500, I would have been happy because it was his last one.
Yeah.
Plus, he co-owns Jimmy's car. Do you know that?
Yeah, I think you told me that the other day.
Hendrick and Gordon both co-own his car, so Gordon's gonna have income after retirement.
Yeah.
Off of Jimmy's car.
Yeah, and this is his last year.
It's his last year. Yeah, he's retiring after 30 some odd years in the business.
That's incredible.
I know he's been racing forever.
Well, no,
20,
time.
More like 20, because he started in the 90s. So yeah, it's more like about 25-ish years.
Still, yeah. I mean, he's one of the. I mean, you think NASCAR?
You think Gordon,
Stewart, Johnson,
Jimmy Johnson, yeah, Ryan Newman,
yeah.
You think not so much anymore Newman, but he's still up there.
And the fact that he's gone now,
he will be gone after this year.
Yeah, a lot. But
it's just sad to see him go. Yeah, he's definitely a great competitor.
Yeah, I mean, something like that. It's always kind of a shame to see him go. One of the guys that is the forerunners of their sport.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Opens the way for younger guys like Logano.
Yeah, like Joey. I was really surprised to see him win, and I go, how the heck did Joey Logano pull that off?
Yeah.
Because what happened was, I think that big wreck where they red flagged it caused a green-white checker to happen.
Yeah.
So they waved the green flag. Then if there's a caution there, they'll try it up to 5 more times before they call it. But if the white flag waves, the next flag ends the race, yellow or checkered.
Yeah.
And they did that to stop racing back to the line. Not racing back to the line. That was whenever yellow flies, they freeze a field. That was a rule implemented in the early 2000s because everybody used to race back to the line.
Okay.
Because if you were able to, you could pass under the caution until you hit the line. Once you hit the line, you were under caution, had to stay where you were at.
Okay.
So people were still racing back to the line. But then NASCAR said, nope, we're freezing the field where it's at when the yellow comes out.
Yeah.
Because technology has allowed them to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, technology too, by the way. I was watching the race. They gave my boy Jimmy Johnson a penalty for men over the wall too early.
Really?
It's been a rule on the books. It's been a rule on the books for a while, but with the new technology, they have where they have cameras monitoring every pit stall, and then the system flags it for review by a person.
Yeah.
The person says yes, the car gets penalized.
And we were talking about that.
I think
just last week.
That's just way too much enforcement in NASCAR. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Chad Canals, Jimmy's crew chief, was even going in there and saying, "Hey, NASCAR, can you explain this to us? We want to get better, but you're not giving us any answers."
Yeah.
I don't think they ever did answer Canals' call.
Really?
And I'm actually part of the fan council, so I would make sure to put in there. I said, "Hey, maybe you could explain more to the 48 car what they're doing wrong." I let NASCAR hear it for that. But that's why I'm on the fan council. If I see something I don't like, I'm going to let them know about it.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean that's the reason for it.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Some other news. So we had the 500. Another thing over the weekend. Last week. It was after our show last week.
Yeah.
Thursday, North Carolina at Duke.
What a game!
I know you and I watched that game together. Actually, we were sitting in the lounge up there on up in our dorm watching it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was awesome. That's a finish right there.
Yeah, probably the biggest rivalry in college basketball, and probably ranks up there one of the top 5 of all time. You got Michigan, Ohio State,
Red
Sox, Yankees, Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah,
some other big ones, but that's definitely college basketball is the biggest, and went down to the wire and went into overtime. And
overtime. That just makes it even more exciting because let's face it, I've been at SLU games where there's been overtime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it makes it all the more exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
like that game where you decided to betray. That didn't go to overtime, but it was still exciting to watch.
Go Dayton. Well, we can touch on some A10 basketball. in a little bit.
Some A10 news too in a little bit. But that was just amazing though, that game against Duke and North Carolina.
Yeah, Coach K after the game is quoted saying, "It's tough for this game to always live up to the hype, but I think tonight's game exceeded it." Because
for sure.
Every year,
Coach K
tune into that game, and it's the teams are big rivalries, but then Coach K and Roy Williams are two of the premier coaches in college basketball right now.
Yeah, Coach K could not have said it any better.
Yeah. No, for sure. It was a heck of a game.
It was a great game.
And Duke this year, they had started 3 freshmen against North Carolina. One of the most prominently sought after recruits, Jaleel Okafor, had quite a game with a double-double. But Tyus Jones had 22 points and 8 assists, and he had down the wire. He had some really clutch buckets in there, which ultimately, a 2-point victory.
That's what you need.
Yeah, it's a heck of a game. But 92-90. What else we got on this?
Yeah, Duke was awesome, and some more basketball news actually. So we've got some women's basketball news here from SLU.
That's right.
Yeah. We've read that Stepanovic has earned her second consecutive A10 Player of the Week honor. And for that, I think Stepanovic is this week's Fireball. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. She gets Fireball of the Week for that one.
Congratulations,
Congrats,
Sadie
Stepanovic.
Yeah. Got BT Sports Fireball of the Week.
Fireball of the Week, yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. In the game against George Mason here, St. Bonaventure and George Mason, my bad. 25.5 points and 11.5 rebounds.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Shooting 72% from the field.
72% and 79 from the line.
Yeah, and she's only a sophomore too.
Yeah, that's amazing. We have her for 2 more years and she's already doing this. It's like what was I going to say? It's like my high school has this superstar right now who's been doing awesome. She actually got player of the game Tuesday night.
Is she one of the reasons they're doing so well?
Oh yeah, she's definitely part of it. It's a good team effort this year. By no means am I saying she's the best.
Yeah.
It's a good team effort this year. We've got a great post player on our high school team, and she's, like I said, this superstar that's out there doing her thing. Yeah, I'd say Allie Treckler is awesome. She's the one that's shooting. I think she's getting 20 points a game or something like that.
Really?
She actually just broke the record for most points in the season.
Wow.
A school record.
Wow, that's always
and
something.
she's in the 1,000-point club already, and she's only a sophomore.
Oh man, that's
She's gonna get in the 2,000 club if she keeps on track.
yeah, that's incredible.
I hope she goes to
2
college.
years.
She better get a scholarship to college for basketball with how good she plays.
Yeah,
She better.
I'll say that's something.
Otherwise, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to have to go say a few things to the college admission boards if she doesn't get a scholarship. She should, though.
Yeah,
She should, though.
yeah, and St. Louis women's they're at Rhode Island tomorrow before coming back here to welcome the University of Dayton Flyers on Sunday to end their
This Sunday?
to end their season. Yeah.
Oh,
And that's the
Timmy,
last game of the
we
season.
might have to go hit that one up.
It's Sunday at 2:00.
You're going to want to get up early enough to go to that game?
Hopefully I'll be up at 2.
Yeah, let's hope. No, that'd be something we might want to do, you know?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Another SLU Dayton field trip.
Yeah, SLU Dayton field trip and a BT Sports field trip for that matter.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot. Believe me, it's a lot of fun going to those games. Am I right?
oh, for sure.
Even if you decide to be a traitor.
Well, who knows? Maybe I'll root for the Billikens this time.
Yeah, I'll make sure of it.
Bob Dog keeping me in line.
Hey, flight science major, straighten up and fly right.
Aviation jokes.
Yeah.
Lols.
We throw that at each other all the time. And yeah, and here's the stats from women's as of February 26th, which would have been, it's for the game tomorrow night. At this point, Stepanovic is shooting, let's see, where are my stats at? 52% from the, she's overall, this is season stats.
Yeah.
52% from the field, 77% from the charity stripe, and she's averaging 6.6 boards a game, and she's had 400 points in a year. She's averaging 14.8 a game.
Yeah. She's definitely the go-to. I mean, we're looking, she's averaging about 25 points a game, which is fourth on the for the entire team. But she's taken, I mean, she takes the most shots. She gets the most boards down low, averaging the most points a game.
And that's not to say, that other people aren't going too. Like
No.
Like Jackie Kemp, she's a freshman. She's doing awesome.
Yeah.
Jackie Kemp's getting 9.5 a game.
Played in all 27 games.
Yeah, they've all played in all 27 games for that matter. Yeah, the top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The top 7 stat people have played.
Yeah.
All 27 games.
And Kemp, yeah, for that matter, she started all of them too.
Yeah, Kemp has started all games. See, Stepanovic hasn't started 4 games, which is surprising.
Yeah. That's probably changing
Kemp,
now.
she's averaging 9.5 a game. Jamisa Price, she's 8.1. That's just amazing. I am thrilled to see our girls team this year, our women's team this year.
Yeah, and recently they've been doing. They throughout the middle of the season they hit a rocky patch, but they're turning it around. Really winning. What is it?
they have come back and dominated, just like
6 of their last 8.
they've come back with a vengeance. And speaking of coming back with a vengeance, our local indoor soccer team, the St. Louis Ambush.
Yeah.
I think you've been to a game, haven't you?
Yeah, I went to one. I think it was right before break.
Yeah, and I'm yet to go to a game since
December.
coming here. That's something we're gonna have to do next year once they come back in the
sure.
season.
They're a lot of fun.
It is. Well, it's indoor soccer. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, the Ambush have won 3 consecutive games. To end their season, they won their last 3 to end the season.
Yeah.
And fans have been going on the Facebook page. They have been really happy.
Yeah.
And they're saying, "Hey, playoffs next year."
Let's hope.
It's really cool. And the guy that owns the team is managing it and doing all this stuff. He's very much on social media. He's very out in the public eye. And he's definitely making sure the fans feel welcome out there at the Family Arena out in St. Charles. And that is what you want. You want the front office. You want to know people in the front office. That's why, all those guys like the Blues, the Rams, the Cardinals, they've hired former people into the front office.
Yeah.
Like the Cardinals' former manager, Red Schoendienst for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He's still with the team after 30-some-odd years.
Really?
He's not technically on the staff, but he's, I think, a special assistant or something.
He's very affiliated with the team.
Oh, yeah, Red still is, and he's still kicking, too. Every day, every opening day when the Clydesdales run the warning track, here comes the cane.
Yeah.
The Budweiser theme. They have the Legends come out. Here comes Red. They got Red, Ozzy, Gibby. Until he died, you got Stan the Man coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
And Ozzy still got it, too. I mean,
keeping the Cardinal way alive.
Yeah. Ozzy can still do a backflip, too, for that matter. That's what he's that's what he became famous for.
Yeah.
There's a reason they call him the Wizard of Oz too. One of our best shortstops in Cardinal history. Definitely
Really?
a great guy.
Yeah, looking at this picture of the ambush, one of the forwards,
oh my gosh,
Gordy Gerson, had a hat trick in this last game of the season.
a hat trick.
Yeah, they won 13-3. Right?
Too bad I don't have a hat to throw right now.
But yeah, and he is a picture of him. He's celebrating. He's in the stands celebrating with the fans, which is, I mean, just going off what you're saying, a pretty cool way of just keeping that interaction, involvement with the community and the fans that are coming out to support him.
That's for sure. You definitely want the fans to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes a great team.
No doubt.
And so more St. Louis news. The men's team.
Yeah.
Last week they played LaSalle, and they went. That was an overtime game as well. Devel Roby and Mike Crawford helped power the Billikens over LaSalle, 68-64 in overtime.
Which is, I mean, and that snapped their
that snapped a four-game losing streak.
And LaSalle's a pretty good team. They're definitely on the upper
level of the
tier
conference.
of the conference. Yeah, so that was a definite need.
It was a good thing. But tonight, right before we came in, they played. Who was it they played tonight? Duquesne. Am I right? Yes, it was Duquesne tonight.
Duquesne, yeah.
They lost to Duquesne
By 13, I think maybe.
13's right. 79-66 was the final. Malik Yarbrough ended up with 20 points in the night and 2 boards. 2 boards and an assist, rather.
Yeah.
So, Cruz, when, you and I were discussing before we came in, a lot of people were wanting Cruz fired.
Yeah. A general consensus was that it's a young team.
It's a young team. People cannot expect a young team to do as good as we did last year.
Yeah.
Here at SLU, by far, a young team. For the young team they are doing really good.
I think so.
VCU, we thought it'd be a blowout. They only lost by a bucket.
Yeah,
a last-second bucket.
One too.
And you can't control that.
No. So
that's the thing. Like I said, the Billikens are doing good for being a young team.
I think you just can't expect them.
You can't expect perfection from such a young team.
I think, and they've been, even going back before last year, they've been very good the last few years, and so it'd be great to get back up to that level. But
Cruz just needs to build the team.
I think if the next 2-3 years they finish like they're finishing this year, then he's gone. But
I don't think it's going to get to that point.
I sure hope not. I don't think so either.
I don't think Chris May is going to end up firing him just because they do bad for a couple years. You got to give him like you said, you got to give him 2 or 3 years to get the team back up to par.
Yeah.
And like you said, young team, so you definitely have a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
He has been playing Miles Reynolds quite a bit more now. Coach Cruz has.
Yeah.
So he's getting everybody out there and getting them, into the swing of things, which is really nice to hear.
Yeah, so definitely the big dance, the NCAA tournament's out of the option, but there's still maybe a hope that they can at least just
do something good,
give a good show out in the
A10 tournament. And speaking of NCAA tournament, you up to do a bracket?
Yeah, we ought to.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
I guess those probably won't come out for.
Yeah, they won't be out for a little bit longer, but we'll just keep an eye out for it. And so, folks, we're gonna keep you appraised. BT Sports, it's gonna be Bobby Stoll versus Tim Segru.
Yeah, we'll throw down a section of our show where we can recap
the games and do our brackets. And that's of course when March Madness starts.
Yeah,
which is still at least
about a month,
a week or so away.
Yeah,
a week or 2 away.
Yeah,
until we get the brackets. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And we'll put maybe a meal swipe or something, or
some little bet
down. Nothing major. We're both college students, okay?
Yeah, I'm not.
You can't bet buku bucks on it.
I like you, Bobby, but I'm not taking you out to dinner just yet. We'll get a little. I don't know if I can afford that.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see what your job pays you.
Yeah.
So definitely a good thing. So we got the college basketball rankings we want to talk about real quick too.
Yeah. These ones were released February 16th. They were the most recent ones that they've that they've given out. But since then, some many games have happened. But leading the way, UK was still I mean, unanimously, I think for the 5th week in a row, they're the number 1 ranked team in the Associated Press poll, because there's no question they won last week. I remember against LSU by just a couple points, but besides that, they beat teams by consistently 20, 30 points.
And that's amazing. You don't see that in college that often.
No, and you don't see unanimous number 1 voting that often too, especially when you got Virginia and Gonzaga with 1 loss.
Yeah, right underneath them.
Yeah, so the fact that no one's voting for anyone but UK, University of Kentucky, is pretty astonishing. It'd just be interesting to see how such a young team can finish the season, and when come tournament time, because it's always proven that the older, more experienced teams seem to do better once it boils down to the end. But yeah, and then VCU.
VCU's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, they're still cracking the top 25, but
they're hanging on, but
they're slipping.
Yeah, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, VCU is
Oh yeah.
Aren't they losing right now?
Yeah, we can get some updates on that game.
Yeah, let's get some updates on that game, but we're gonna move on to the next thing right now. NFL news for St. Louis. 2 things actually.
Yeah.
You know whose birthday it is today?
I do.
Who
Coach
is it?
Jeff Fisher.
That's right, Rams head coach Jeff Fisher. So we want to wish him happy birthday from PT Sports.
If you're out there listening,
if you're listening, Coach Fisher, happy birthday.
I bet you are, but
anyway, but yeah, and he also, according to ESPN, he's also stated he's not thinking about a relocation. He says the focus for this season is going to be St. Louis.
Yeah,
But you brought up a good point to me when we were discussing before the show that they gave the approval for the stadium in California.
Yeah, $2 billion clear to purchase the land and to build the stadium. So it's looking, this year.
Ooh, okay.
We got the Rams here.
Update. Richmond is beating VCU 65-62 in second overtime.
Oh wow, we'll definitely keep you updated on that one.
Yeah, I'm pulling that one up right now. So it's definitely a good thing.
How much time's left?
1 second left. 66-63. Richmond leading.
Does it say who has the ball?
I do not have that information.
All right. Well, we'll wait till that 1 second dies out, and
if only we had ESPN2 here in the studio.
Yeah. Is that what's televised?
It's being televised on ESPN2.
Yeah.
So we will we'll figure it out. Once we get updates, we'll bring them to you.
Yeah, that's quite the upset.
That is quite the upset going on right now.
So VCU will probably drop out of the top 25 to leave no Atlanta 10 teams.
Looks like they're shooting free throws right now because Richmond just went up 67-63. So I think that's the
game.
That's the ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game with 1 second left.
VCU is not going to be in the poll next week. I can tell you that much already.
No, they'll definitely. They'll
definitely drop.
Well, Rhode Island we saw was losing earlier too. Do we have an update on that game?
Rhode Island, yeah. Actually, let me get an update on that one real quick.
Yeah.
Rhode Island is. Oh, come on. It's giving me top 25, not A10.
Yeah. Because those are the top 2 teams in the Atlantic 10.
So here we go. Right now, what game did you say you wanted?
Rhode Island. I'm blanking on who.
The Rhode Island game. So let's just look at Rhode Island here. Rhode Island, they lost.
They lost
60-59.
All right.
So obviously a last-second hit.
Yeah. Well, that means out of the top 3 teams in the Atlantic 10 this week,
they all lost.
Well, Dayton won.
Did they win? That's the question. Yes, they did. 76-63.
Yeah.
And yep, that's the ball game for Richmond.
All right.
67-63.
Wow, that's some big A10 news.
That is all the A10 games in.
But so yeah, VCU. They'll definitely still lead the A10.
But they won't be in the poll.
They won't be in the poll.
They won't be in the poll next week.
No, not after that.
Not after that loss.
What else we got?
I think that's pretty much a lot of stuff. We have, one more thing. The Miracle on Ice was 35 years ago Sunday.
Yeah.
Whenever the United States beat the Soviets in the Olympics, and then we went on to win the gold that year.
Yeah, that was. In case anybody out there.
If you've ever seen Miracle, Timmy.
Yeah. That's a heck of a movie.
I'll admit, it was fiction. It's fictional, but it really puts justice to what those guys went through.
Yeah. No, that's a great movie.
And I've found some of those quotes to be pretty helpful too.
Yeah, no, that speech.
You were born for this.
Yeah.
You were born for this. That's just, that's kind of, what I was thinking when I went on the air at SLU TV. You were born for this.
Really? Really, yeah.
It was really cool. And then all the feed, like I said, it was really cool, and everybody's been really positive about that.
Yeah, we're all super happy for you.
I guess we'll go ahead and take Collins. Timmy,
Yeah,
you take this one.
All right. This is BT Sports at K-SLU. You've got Timmy over here. How you doing?
You guys taking calls yet?
Yeah, we're taking them now.
Yeah, we're wrapping up the show. Wrapping up our information. What do you got for us, sir?
Couple of things. You guys been yammering around about a bunch of things, but you guys didn't discuss Patrick Kane out for the year with a separated shoulder.
Is he?
Is he now?
Yeah, so that's probably the Blues always choke in the playoffs, but this might be a shot for them to squeeze in if the Blackhawks are undermanned. So
yeah, that's a good point to bring up. I don't know if you're from the St. Louis area or the Chicago area, sir, but that's definitely looking. I mean, it's a shame for Patrick Kane.
Well, yeah, it's a shame for the Blackhawks,
Chicago community, but for the St. Louis community, I'm not
the
complaining.
The other thing with Chicago fans, Derrick Rose is out again with knee surgery.
I saw that. He needs to shape up those legs. He is he's one injury after another. Are you a Derrick Rose fan?
What's that?
Are you a Derrick Rose fan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks like the bloom is off the rose again, though.
Yeah, right. He torn meniscus this time, correct?
Yeah, on the right knee.
Yeah, that's the second meniscus tear. Am I right? He's got an ACL tear.
Yeah. Well, he had the meniscus on the left, and this is on the right now. This is where he tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's.
And then I guess you can talk about Des Bryant and all.
What's new with Des Bryant?
There's that Walmart video where he clocked that woman. He makes what Ray Rice did in the elevator look like a love tap.
Oh man, I have the only NFL news I saw. AJ Hawk was released and Reggie Bush, but I have not seen a Des Bryant information.
Oh, AJ Hawk got released? I didn't see that.
AJ Hawk, the leading, I think he leads the Green Bay Packers in tackles. And yeah, he's off. They released him.
Well, that's probably a salary dump, don't you think?
I mean, he's definitely cost a lot, and he's on the decline in my opinion. But yeah, so he's gone. Reggie Bush. I'm sure now. I mean, I'm sure others will start once they start the signing period. But yeah, I did not see the Patrick Kane injury. I saw the Derrick Rose. I think the Bulls need someone that they can rely on as a franchise player. And
I got Jimmy Butler.
Is he a franchise player though?
He's probably their best all-around player right now. He doesn't make the type of dough that Derrick Rose is making.
And you might be a better one to speak on it if you're a big Bulls fan. But I think the Bulls ought to get someone to get rid of Rose. At this point, he's just wasting money. He can never play. He's never healthy. And I think they need someone to step up, maybe play the point, and keep Butler. I mean, keep him around for sure, but I don't know if he can lead a team to the championship, lead a team for the title.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling, sir. We appreciate it.
Okay. And keep an eye on that Des Bryant thing. I think that story's going to explode. It's going to be huge.
All right. Well, it's a shame we couldn't break it here first on BT Sports, but yeah. We'll keep you updated on it. We'll touch on it next week for sure. Thank you, sir.
All right. Keep working it, guys.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah. So he just brought up the Des Bryant video. I have an article here from NBC Sports.
Okay.
And it's kind of more of an editorial article, but it says there really is no proof that video exists.
Really?
Beyond the media speculating.
Okay.
So
that'll be something we'll definitely keep an eye on, though.
We'll keep an eye on it, yeah, if it gets released. I mean, obviously, ESPN's going to give us both a push notification telling us if it's released.
Yeah, something of that magnitude. Especially with the most recent, that previous caller mentioned.
Like Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
And all that stuff. Yeah, and for those of you who don't have the number, if you want to call in, we are going to go ahead and take call-ins like we just took that gentleman.
Yeah.
The number is 314-977-1581.
And remember, this is not
Burger Papa
King.
John's, Burger King, or a noodle place.
Yeah.
We've had callers prank call us the last 3 weeks with that stuff. And I will admit, I will give props to the guy for Burger King.
That was funny.
We'll give him props because that was hilarious.
I was a big fan of the Burger King.
We both had a laugh. But
Yeah.
if you're out there listening, please stop it, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you gave us a good laugh. We'll give you credit for that, but really, we're trying to be professional here with this stuff.
Absolutely. At BT Sports.
BT Sports were professional. But yeah, so back to the whole Des Bryant thing. Actually, that caller really brought up a good point.
Yeah, for sure. That's something.
Yeah, according to this article from NBC Sports, and it is from Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk with Mike Florio, it says the rumor has spawned. Plenty of other rumors regarding the video, including unsubstantiated rumors regarding the dissemination of screenshots to media and companies that may purchase the video, and rumors the video was shot on a cell phone. So you get the idea. It's really a story in its infancy.
Yeah, until something.
And that's coming from
comes out.
that's coming from a communication minor who wants to be a broadcaster someday.
Yeah.
It's still a story in its infancy.
But with that being said, it's definitely something to keep an eye on, though.
That is for sure. We want to keep an eye on that.
Not that anything will most likely break in the next 10 minutes on the story, but
Probably not.
by next week, we'll definitely, I imagine we'll either have a
We either have
verification
yes or no.
Yeah.
I think we'll definitely have that by next week. It's definitely going to be a big deal. So we had some more card stuff we were going to bring up too. Hayward. Jason Hayward, we're kind of starting to get to know Jason Hayward a little bit more. The Post-Dispatch had a great article about him.
Yeah, we can pull that up real quick.
Editions. Yeah, it was beautiful what they had about Hayward. It was a good read. I think Hayward's going to be a good thing for the Cardinals. I really think Hayward's going to be a good thing for the Cardinals because it says he's getting to know his new teammates mostly by sitting back and observing, as was the case the other day when Matt Holliday and Matt Carpenter had a discussion about potato salad. I love hearing that. They're sitting there just having a good time while there's training. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to start, ease back into it a bit.
Yeah, and build the relationships.
And build the relationships back. That's why I like Joe Kelly so much when he was here.
Yeah.
Because Joe Kelly made it fun. Remember the hump day vine? Joe Kelly sitting there in the clubhouse, hump day, and John Axford, the reliever, Mike. And then camels were dancing in the clubhouse. And then there were camels dance. I think Kelly got everybody a camel costume, and one day during warm-ups, they were out there in a camel costume.
Really?
Warm up in camel costumes.
That's too funny.
And it was funny because the guy from Fox Sports was interviewing one of the players. He said, I'm here interviewing a camel. And the guy goes, what day is it? And he says, it's Wednesday. And the guy goes, hump day! It was nuts. I was rolling whenever I saw that clip. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Like I said, it's a Cardinal way. You have fun playing the sport, but you also definitely want to make sure that you understand the game and you play the game with 110%.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And Hayward, I definitely think Hayward is going to be a good thing for the Cardinals.
Yeah. And the other thing we got here.
Yeah, Lackey. John Lackey, the reliever. We picked him up last year late in the season. If he can win the World Series with the Cardinals, that's actually a trifecta for him. He's won it with 2 other clubs already. I believe he's won with the... I'm having a little trouble finding it here. He did win. He did win with 2 other clubs.
Yeah, is it? I'm
not 200%.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about it. He missed the 2012 season. I think that's when we picked him up. It was after 2012.
Yeah.
The Red Sox dropped him. Yeah, remember now. I think we got Lackey in the trade, the Joe Kelly trade.
Really?
I think we got him in the Joe Kelly trade because I remember I was not happy when we traded Joe.
Yeah, I'm looking in here. Not seeing where he was before Boston, but
it's a big big thing whenever we get a player like that because I think Hayward's from Boston too.
Yeah,
I think Hayward's from a coast team, which I kind of a hatred for coast teams, but that's just
why is that?
That's just because the way the media covers it.
Yeah,
the media seems to love the coast teams. I mean, after all, who won the World Series this last year? It was a California team. I know it was. Maybe in Oakland. I know their uniforms were orange. Oh, San Francisco. Their uniforms were orange.
Yeah, over the Royals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was rooting for the Royals, of course, because let's face it. They're the team on the other side of the state. Yep, just right straight down I-70. That's why they call it the I-70 series.
Yeah.
Whenever the Cardinals and Dodgers play interleague.
Yeah.
Because it's just I-70, straight shot for them.
Yeah, we both blanked on that.
It's funny. It's funny they don't call the Cubs-Cards rivalry the I-55 series because Interstate 55 runs all the way to Chicago.
Right to Chicago.
I don't know why they don't call it that, but whatever. They can call it what they want, I guess.
The other thing we didn't touch on. We've talked a lot about it here. It's some more St. Louis Rams news. Sam Bradford.
There's rumors about Bradford.
Yeah, the Bills. There was a rumor of the Bills looking to pick him up on a trade, but the Rams and Bradford quickly came out and shut him down. Said it wasn't on. They said he's not on the trade block. They want to keep him, which, and they came out and said, they think. ESPN I think had an article on it.
ESPN said he was more valuable to the Rams.
Yeah, which
as long as he can go a season without getting injured, he'll be a good thing. But he has just been injured every dang season since we got him.
He's like the caller that we had tonight, talking about Derrick Rose. Both
constant injuries.
Yeah, potential to be. I know, getting off topic here. Rose won an MVP and then really hasn't played since. He's got to he can't keep his legs healthy. And Bradford came in and had great potential, but he just can't keep healthy and finish a season for us.
I know that's just I don't get why we keep Bradford then if he gets injured every season. I understand, he was great at Oklahoma, but
yeah, and because he's got a lot of value, I think he could go somewhere and you could get some big bucks for him, or you could get a big time player or some draft picks. You could really get something out of trading him, I think. But he's here for another year. Just like the Rams.
Just like the Rams. We're kind of not sure if they're going to be here after the 2015 season.
Yeah, probably honestly would just depend on how long that stadium takes to build, and then
really I think that's what it is going to end up taking, because let's face it, even if we build him a new stadium, Kroenke is going to want his own.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a rumor. I just saw something about two California teams. I think Oakland and Rams used to be in Los Angeles. Two California teams actually wanted to consolidate and jointly own and operate a stadium.
Well, I did see something that the Rams, if they go there, that I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but that the Raiders might move to Los Angeles as well to share the stadium.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get anything about it, but yeah, it was a really interesting article to read. It was really an interesting article. Well, it's not wanting to work right now, of course. Never wants to work whenever I want it to work.
The Wi-Fi.
But yeah, the Wi-Fi. And Slu's Wi-Fi is a whole nother argument for me.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I don't see anything about it here.
Yeah.
Oh well, though it doesn't matter. Oh, Chargers and Raiders. That's who it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here we go. Chargers and Raiders want to share an LA stadium is what it is.
Okay.
And I'm sure if the Rams moved back, they'd be in on it too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, how are you going? I guess theoretically you could schedule because Chaffetz. Everybody uses Chaffetz, and so they always schedule the games to where like women's plays here while men's on the road.
Well,
you could do that. You could schedule a road game.
The Jets and Giants, New York Jets and Giants, both share a stadium. I think
they do.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
And so they make. Both NFL teams.
It's a cost-cutting measure.
Yeah,
it really reduces cost.
The stadium they're thinking about building for the Rams in Los Angeles was $2 billion. It's a heck of a cost saver. $2 billion it's not pocket change. I don't know.
It's not pocket change to us, but to a guy like Kroenke, it's a drop in the bucket.
Especially with what he's going to make out of it. Yeah. What he plans on making out of it.
Yeah, it's what he makes. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Well, Timmy, since we haven't had any callers, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show because we've covered pretty much all the big sports news.
Yeah, we're right here. It's 8:50.
Yeah, just about 8. It's just a couple minutes short of 9 o'clock, so I think we're going to go ahead and end early.
Yeah.
End a couple minutes early and, just go about our business. We'll definitely, for that caller that mentioned Des Bryant, we will keep an eye on that and let you know next week what we see about it.
Yeah,
we definitely will keep you in the loop.
That voice sounds familiar. I think he's called in before, and so we really appreciate your support over here at BT Sports.
Definitely, we've been with the call-ins we had the first week we opened it up. We were really impressed.
Yeah, so we
had, I think we had 8 call-ins and 2 call waitings while we were on the
this
air.
week
We had
only got one, but I mean.
You have your little weeks, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But so we greatly appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future. And we thank you for your support.
Definitely. So, with that, I'm Bobby Sewell,
and I'm Tim Shagru,
and this is BT Sports. We will see you next time.